All right, well, happy Sunday. Thanks for joining in again today. Go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable seated position. I thought we'd start today with a few of the introductory upper body warm-up movements today. So we'll just start reaching the arms out in front nice and long and just taking that scissoring action. So feeling the spine stacked, right? Shoulders over ribs over hips, and then scissoring the arms, one arm up and one arm down, both of them reaching back. And as you're doing that, be careful not to want to push the ribs forward or arch to the back, but keep long and lifted through your center. And we're just breathing and scissoring the arms, one up and one down, feeling some openness across the shoulders and chest. A few more scissors. Lengthen and reach. And other side, lengthen and reach. We're going to skip ahead to bringing both hands one on top of the other, shoulders sliding down away from those ears. And you're going to pull the elbows back 3 times. So we pull and return. And again, pull. Feel that stretch. And center. Last time, pull. And then extend the arms reaching behind yourself. So feeling that length through the arms. Let's do that again. 3 pulls back. Elbows. 1. And again, 2, again, keeping your abdominal vest buttoned. And 3, extending back, reach behind yourself. 1 more set like this. And again, pull 1, and 2, and 3, reach to the back space. Good. And just let those arms release, relax, feel the weight of your arms. We'll take a few shoulder shrugs, pulling the shoulders up, and then rolling them back, down and away. And again, up, and rolling down and away. And again, good, and nice. Go ahead, if you can, extend those legs just out a little bit out in front of yourself and taking a little roll down through the spine. So exhaling, rolling, nodding the head, and just tiptoeing the hands forward along the legs or on the floor in front of you, stretching out through the low back, and then rolling up through your spine. And then let's take those arms again into that goal post position, this time lifting the heart, arcing through the upper chest, opening through the collarbones. And again, reaching forward, dive and stretch. Just breathe into the low back, wake up those hamstrings and the low spine. And then scoop and roll back up. And this time, offer and serve. Lift your heart, lift your chest, reach those arms back. And one more time, coming forward, just reaching, stretching, folding at the hips, folding at the waistline, rolling back up. And one more time, lift your heart, open your chest. Good. And then I'm going to bring my legs together now. Again, if they need to be slightly bent, that's okay. Find that reach out through the fingertips side to side. And then taking that side bend, lifting up and over. Now, as you do this, try not to rock one hip up off the floor. Keep that sit bone on the floor and then soften into that side bend. Really feel that reach through the fingertips and that anchoring down through the sit bone. And then let's inhale, reach up, and exhale, unwind. The other side, reaching up and then arcing up and over, keeping the hips where they are, but lengthening up and over, fountaining up and out of the spine. Really lengthen through the fingers, reach to the hand there, that's it. And inhale and exhale. Let's do that one more time each way. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, side bend, up and over. This time, scoop your abdominals in on the diagonal, reach forward. So my belly button is pulling away from my fingertips. Really arcing through. Feel that glorious stretch across the diagonal in the spine and the back. Come back through the center, through the side bend. Good, and bring yourselves up. And other side again, lengthen tall, side bending up and over, good work. And then hollowing and reaching up and over the waistline, stretch. Keep feeling your sit bone into the floor. Breathe. Come back to that sideways position. And then bring yourself up, good. And then with your feet, just working through flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. Flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. Now flex and rotate your thighs, turn out. So we're opening the thighs and try a few times here. Flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. So working on your tall posture. Good. Take a few circles each direction. Wake up those ankles. Other way. Good. And then we're going to fold one knee in and open the other leg open to the side. So we're going to work on some inner thigh stretching here. So this leg is, again, open as far as is comfortable for you, making sure that the knee is on top. And we're going to just take the hands walking forward. If you want, flex that long leg, flex that foot, and hinge forward. So you're feeling some stretch to the inner leg there. Breathe here. Good. And then walk yourself back up. And then pivot yourself. So you're going to bring that foot along your inseam there. And you're going to face that long leg. Reach up with the arms nice and long and tall. And then hinging forward, you're going to arc over that leg, feeling that hamstring stretch deeper on this side. Still feel length out through your head and through your tail so you're not just collapsing over, but really reaching through your tail and out through the top of the spine. If you can feel that foot flex, feel a deeper calf stretch at the same time. And then extend the ankle and now go a little further if possible. Breathing into that stretch. Good. Walk yourself back up and then help that leg across the body now. Plant both of your sit bones into the floor and let's do our rotation, our twist stretch. So pulling that thigh in to the opposite shoulder. Lengthen your spine as you spiral toward it. And then place your hand on the floor. Continue using your eyes to look around the corner. Lift those abdominals. See if you can get a little deeper in your rotation, in your twist. Continue to breathe. Good. Come back to the center and then same arm as leg pressing on the inside of that leg, spiraling the other direction. Again, deep, full breaths as best you can. Encouraging that spiraling of the torso. And then we'll come back to the center, line up those thighs as best you can, and another hinge forward. So you're just going to lean into that stretch, feeling deep stretches through the hips. Good. And then go ahead and lengthen, sit back up, and we'll do all of that on the other side. So extending the other leg out to the side, knee on top. Again, I like to flex the foot to feel a little extra energy through the leg. And once again, folding forward, walking yourself forward so you feel that inner thigh stretch. A few nice deep breaths there. Good. And then again, walk yourself back up. Bring this leg in so you're squaring up your hips, facing that long leg. Foot along that inseam. Let's reach the arms nice and long up and then hinging the torso forward, and then you can rest your hands down so you're feeling that reach out through head and tail, breathing into the calf and into the hamstrings there. Release those shoulders. And then perhaps point the foot and now get a little deeper stretch if you're able. Good. Again, walk yourself back up and then take a hold of that leg, bring it across your body, park both sit bones on the floor, and then pulling that knee into the opposite shoulder. Let's lengthen the spine, spiral rotate. And again, place your hand on the floor. Encourage that deep twist. Continue to breathe fully. Pulling that thigh in closer, feeling that outer hip stretch. And then we'll release and come into the other direction, placing the hand on the inside of that thigh. And again, press and twist. Feel open across your sternum. Excellent. Bring yourself back to the center. And again, do the best you can with what you've got. Place those knees one on top of the other as best as you can. And then hinging forward, deepening into your hip stretches there. Breathe into it. Great. And then bring yourself back up. Let's swizzle over to the other side. So bringing your feet over and holding on to, again, either the shins here or back of the thighs. We'll do our flex and extend of the spine. So starting nice and long and tall, shoulders dripping down away from those ears. Scoop out the lowest abdominals and contract, rolling back, hanging on to those legs. If you were to let go, you'd fall backward, right? So we're not doing that. We're just holding on and feeling that stretch and that pull across the shoulder blades, that deep scooping of the abdominals, the belly, retreating inward, rounding through the low spine and the upper spine. Dive forward now, curving over, bringing your sit bones back onto the floor, slide the shoulders down, and then once again, paint the ceiling with your sternum. Lift, keep the back of the neck long so you can still speak here. Bring it back to center and try that again. Hollow and contract, really deep scoop, folding at that waistline, rounding through, widening the shoulder blades. And again, nodding head to tail, rounding yourself forward. Feel that length of the spine, and then continue that arc with your eyes, with your heart, scanning the sky. And back to the center. And this time contracting, rolling back down. So you can let go with your hands, let those shoulders feel dripping away from the ears. Slowly articulate yourself right down your center line. Try not to wobble side to side if you can help it. Roll all the way back down onto your back. Good. Bring those feet in a little bit closer. And we'll do a small little pelvic tilt here. So scooping out the abdominals and imprinting the low spine into the mat. So we're feeling that rocking back. And then returning it back to your easy resting position. And then tip the pelvis the other way. Stick your butt out, arch through that low spine. And then coming back to center. Do that again. Rock, scoop, feel that, work through your center. Returning to your easy resting position, unfurling, and then arcing the other way, tipping into that arch of the low back. And then bringing it back to center. Now then, scoop again. Continue to feel that articulation, peeling the pelvis up off the floor, reaching those knees long up and over the feet, so you're feeling some open stretch in the front of the hips and action in the back of those legs. Inhale here. And exhale, sigh your spine down, one vertebrae at a time. Melt, melt, melt. Be aware of what your thighs are doing. Make sure they're not opening out to the sides. Try to keep that parallel alignment as you articulate. And let's try that again. Finding that easy resting position. Inhale, exhale, hollow and scoop and peel. Feel those feet nice and wide and spongy on the floor. Even pressure through the inside and the outside of the balls of the feet and through the heel. Arriving at your bridge, inhale here. And once again, exhaling, really trying to feel that you can curl through the spine, feeling that scoop through the low belly, and melting down one vertebra at a time, noticing any zigzags or wiggle wobbles as you paint your spine back down. One more time. Inhale fully and exhale, scoop and roll it up. Feel that length, that stretch. Stay here. Now with your arms, lengthen and reach your hands and float your fingertips up to the ceiling. Staying here with the pelvis lifted. We're going to open the arms out to the side and exhale, gather back up. And again, open those arms, feel wide across the shoulders and upper back. Gather, return back up. Maintaining that suspension, lifting the pelvis as your arms are moving. And gather back up. Feel that zipper in your abdominals. One more time. Reaching out, feel wide wingspan. And gather back up. Inhale here. Exhale, roll your spine away from your fingertips. Feel the throat soften. The sternum heavy, melting into the mat. Rolling down to your spine. Very good. And then scoop those knees into your chest and give your low back a little love, a little stretch there. Good. Let's place our hands on top of those knees and do our stirring, massaging the low back. We'll do 3 big circles one way and 3 reverse. Just letting the arms do the guiding. The legs are easy. Stirring that circle into the mat. Good. And then my favorite twist, opening those arms out to the side. Feel that wingspan once again, maybe a little more open. Take your knees to the left and your head to the right. Breathe into that low back. Relax your shoulders here, release. Send your exhales down into those tight places, perhaps into the lower back, outer hip. Take a full inhale, exhale, engage those abdominals to reel your pelvis back to the middle. Head comes back to center, other direction, knees to the right, head to the left. Again, once you settle into that position, relax any muscles that are hanging on for dear life. Let them go. And here we go again. Exhale, zip it up, gather the pelvis, the legs follow, the head returns back to center. Good. Extend your left leg long on the floor and fold the right knee into your chest, feeling long through both sides of the waistline. So be careful not to hike up this hip. You want to feel even through both sides of the waistline as you fold that knee into your chest. Good. And then slowly extending the leg part way. It can be slightly bent. Again, working through the foot. So peeling the toes back and then rolling through the foot to press. So slow arch or flexion here and then rolling through those toes to point one more time. Peeling the toes back, flex, and then rolling through to point. Now then, lengthen the leg, and let's take more of a hamstring stretch. You can hold your leg behind the thigh here or higher up toward the calf. Again, lengthening both sides of the waistline, gathering that leg in, folding and feeling the stretch through the angles or the muscles of the hamstrings there. Breath, sending it down into those tight places, softening the shoulders. Good. Let's take this leg and turn it out. So rotating externally, open it out to the side. You can use your elbow, prop your elbow on the floor to hold that leg in place as you guide it open. Try not to let your pelvis spill over to the side. So feel that sandbag resting on the left hip as you open up once again through the inner thigh. Good. And then again, abs engaged, gather the leg back up. Let's take it with the opposite hand and gently going across that midline. First, keeping the pelvis still on the mat. So just letting that thigh cross midline, feeling the outer hip stretches here. And then if you'd like a little deeper low back stretch, go ahead and continue to spiral over, allowing the right hip to come away from the floor. And again, deep breaths here. Great. And then zip up abdominals again, gather back to center. See if you have a little more flexibility in that parallel stretch. Good, and then let the leg come down a little bit. It can be soft through the knee. Your hands can be your training wheels. We'll do our single leg circles here. Inhale, going across the body. Exhale, stirring down, around, and up, using your abdominal seatbelt as always. Inhale and exhale, circle down, around, and up. Two more. Inhale, keep the shoulders easy, the collarbones open. One more time. Inhale and exhale, circle, stir. Let's reverse for 4. Inhale, opening, and exhale, circle, stir. And again, 2, open, swing that leg down, around, and up. 2 more. 3, freedom of the hip, freedom of the leg from that strong center. One more time. Inhale and exhale, circle, stir. Lengthen the leg, send laser beam light out through the toes. Reach it all the way back down, and just appreciate that warmed up quality in the hip. Let's do the whole thing on the other side. So folding the left knee in, keeping the right leg long and heavy on the floor. Check in with both waistlines, feeling that length, working that flexion, that fold in the hip socket. And then again, extend that leg just slightly. We'll work through the foot here, pulling the toes back in parallel, flexing, and then rolling through the toes to point. And again, peel the foot back, flex, and press to the ball of the foot to point. And again, flex, and then point, and then lengthen the leg, feeling more of that hamstring engagement. Lengthen it into that stretch. Again, guiding the leg either behind the thigh or higher up if you can. Spend a few moments here, taking some deep breaths. Good, other leg long, also reaching down on the mat. Let's take that left leg, rotate it out, turn it out, and then opening up to the side without letting the right hip want to follow. Keep it as your anchor. Breathing into the inner thigh. Again, release the chest and shoulders, soft neck. Zip up those abdominals, gather the leg back up and take it across your midline. Part A, just going across, keeping the pelvis on the mat. Waking up that outer leg. And then again, if you'd like more stretch, go ahead and allow yourself to take that spiral twist once again. Relax neck and shoulders. Good. And then again, zip up those abdominals, bringing the pelvis back to center. The leg follows. Check in with that parallel stretch once again. And then soften the knee, lower the leg just a little bit. Take the hands beside you for our 4 circles. Inhale across the body and swing it down, around, and up. Feeling your core supportive. Inhale and exhale, circle swing. 2 more this way. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, swing, exhale. Reversing for 4. Inhale long and exhale. Still feeling the length of your spine as you circle and stir. Inhale, exhale, circle. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And last time. Inhale and exhale. Great. Lengthen that leg. Reach and cast it away from your center. All the way down to the floor. Take a moment just to relax. Maybe wag your legs in and out. Shake it out. Release. We're moving into our roll up from here. So you can either keep the legs nice and long or bend the knees, placing the feet back onto the floor. Starting from our easy resting position with the pelvis, reaching the arms up and overhead all the way along without letting the ribs want to flare open. So keep that support with your abdominals. Here we go for roll up. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, spine like a wheel. Nod your chin to chest. Find that chest fold. You can use your hands behind your legs if you need to. Roll yourself up. Once you get to the top, you can extend the legs and then feel that hover. Feel abs reaching away from your fingertips as you reach. And then again, initiate from that low belly connection, sliding the shoulders down, rounding down 1 vertebrae at a time, melting all the way back down, either keeping the legs long or bending the knees. It's up to you. Arms reach overhead. Let's continue. Inhale, the arms up, and exhale, fold. See how smoothly you can work. And then feel that hover and reach. Big boomerang position here. Inhale, exhale, slowly melting down. Try to soften through the thighs. Relax the legs. Feel your axis, your center line working. Again, inhale, reaching up to the sky. And exhale, fold and heel up. That's it, everybody. Nice. And once again, hollowing over that waistline, fold, wide upper back. Inhale, exhale, contracting, rolling back. Take several breaths if you need to. Rolling down with control is always our goal. Last time, inhale the arms up, and exhale, nod and scoop. That's it, everybody. This time, relax your hands, open those sit bones wider apart, and take a deeper forward fold stretch. Again, lengthening the backs of the legs, relax your head. Good job. From here, let's roll up. And I'm going to insert a little rowing exercise for us today. So bring those legs together. If you need to, you can bend your knees slightly, and that's okay. We're going to do an exercise that we do on the equipment here. So you're going to bring your knuckles together, make little fists, and shoulders down the back, and your hands are right between your sternum here, right between your chest. You're going to scoop out those abdominals and contract. So if you need to, you can bend your knees. You're going to scoop and roll back, keeping that scoop. Then reach your arms forward, keeping that scoop. Rotate thumbs down, backs and palms together. Then you're going to swim and push, lift your chest, and then reach your arms as far behind yourself as you can as you reach forward. If you're more flexible in the shoulders, perhaps you can link your fingers, link your hands, and get a little shoulder stretch there. From here, you're going to lengthen your spine like a ski jumper and open your arms, big circle, out, around. Take that forward fold again, hinging forward. And then scoop your abdominals up, roll up through your center, and find your knuckles at your sternum once again. So again, I'll try it with the legs long. Exhale, contract, scooping away from your center, rounding through the low back. Shoulders soft. Reach the arms forward, inhale. Rotate thumbs down and swim. Push the space open. Lift your heart. Bring yourself hinging forward. Excellent. Reach those arms as far as behind you as you can. Maybe touch your thumbs together. Then you're going to lengthen your spine, open your heart, circle the arms if you can, big butterfly stroke up and over. That's it. And then fold forward over the legs. And scoop the low abdominals, roll yourself back up, drippy, heavy shoulders, knuckles at your chest. Let's do it 2 more times. Exhale, contract, rounding it back. Reach those arms forward, thumbs down, press, roll all the way forward. Reach the chest forward, stretching, gaining that flexibility. If you can, lengthen the hands, get a shoulder stretch at the same time. And then you're going to lengthen your spine, energy out through the head and tail. Try the arms butterfly stroking up and over. Beautiful. Hang forward. Maybe getting a little deeper stretch. Ab scoop, spine rolls up. Returning to your beginning position last time. Hollow and contract, legs long. Inhale, reach the arms forward, rotate thumbs down, press, exhale, swim through, open your chest, reach the arms behind. Gather whatever stretch you can get. And then lengthen the heart, open the spine, circle, butterfly stroke, up and over, good. And down. Nice. And then we're going to slowly roll back down onto our back. So just like we did with the roll up, roll your spine back down again. If you need to bend your knees and hang on to your thighs, that's fine. Roll yourself back down. Well done. Pull the knees into your chest once again. And we're going to work on our chest fold going into our 100 today. So again, you can keep your legs folded in here. You can bring them into tabletop for a little bit more challenge, trying to maintain your center. I'll demonstrate with legs longer, a little bit more challenging, and more advanced is turned out and lowering on the diagonal without letting that low back pop up, okay? We're going to find our chest fold. If you have neck issues, you can always use your mat. Grab the corners of the mat and make that little cradle to find your position here. So the head is more or less vertical. Otherwise, without the mat, you're just reaching through your fingers and finding that position, reaching long, okay? So take your position of choice with the legs, and we're gonna breathe fully through the arms, pumping the arms. Inhale through the nose, 3, 4, 5 times. Exhale through the mouth, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, zip up your pants. 3, 4, 5. Abdominal strong. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Again. Blow it away. And in. Warming up that body. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3. Let's just do one more set. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend those knees. Once again, relax your head back down. Just rock your head side to side. Very good. Now then, press your hands down on the mat beside you. We'll do our little reverse curls. So scoop in the abdominals, lift your hips up, and slowly roll back down. Really working that control. Lift the hips up and slowly unwind. Exhale, hollow the low belly and slowly come back down. And scoop and stretch. And if you'd like, extend all the way into a little plow-esque position, extending the legs. Let's flex the feet. We'll just do this one time. Open the legs shoulder distance apart and see if you can slowly articulate back down. One vertebra at a time. Relax through the neck and shoulders. Reach long through the top of the head. Abs retreating into the mat. Good. And then again, join up again with the knees bent. Let's grab a hold of our shins. See if you can rock and roll yourself up to your sitting position for our rolling like a ball series. So finding that position, holding onto your ankles, long shoulders away from the ears, belly scooping, hollowing the abs. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, find that precarious balance position again, shoulders soft. Again, inhale, peering into the belly, looking toward your core, feeling that round spine, round things roll. Again, inhale, rock, and exhale, roll. And one more time, inhale, and exhale, good. See if you can find your little parallel tabletop position with the shins, inner thighs pulling together. Take the hands off, see if you can balance, shoulders soft. Good, perhaps test one leg at a time, extending, keeping that strength in the low belly, shoulders down, make it look effortless, even though it is not. One more time, extend and bend and extend and bend. Place your feet on the floor, open your knees into your butterfly stretch, diving forward, stretch out the hips, relax, release there. Good. And let's roll ourselves back up. We're going to flip over onto your belly next, okay? So coming over onto your front. And let's place our hands next to the shoulders. Feel that support through the core, the length through the front of the hips here, okay? We're going to do a little breaststroke exercise here. So keeping the pelvis anchored and the legs long, but not lifting up off the floor. Keep them released and relaxed. We're going to just hover a little bit with the face. You're not in a face plant in the floor. And then lift your hands. Hover your hands up off the floor. Still feeling that core connection, zipping up through the abdominals. Reach forward with the arms. Blow bubbles underwater. And then you're going to pull like we did earlier with the rowing, opening the chest. Coming up into whatever extension you can muster, and then lower the torso down, bring the hands back down to the shoulders. Exhale, blow bubbles underwater. Inhale, feel the strength in the sides of the back, working through the lats, lengthen long through the neck. You should still be able to say hello. And then lower back down, hands coming back to the shoulders. Two more. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, lengthen, open the heart, pull those arms back. And lowering down one more time. Exhale, blow bubbles underwater. Come up for a breath of air. Lengthen and open. Good. And then coming back down. Good. Relax, release, bringing your head to one side, cheek resting on the floor. Once again, trying to take those hands behind your back. If you can, grab 2 fingers. And then see how high you can pull your hands up toward your upper back. And then let those chicken wings lower down toward the floor. So feeling a little different stretch to the shoulders. Bring the legs a little bit closer together if possible. And we're going to do our double leg kick today. So both legs bend and kick. Try not to pucker and lift the hips up. Kick, kick. Then we're going to stretch both legs straight. Extend through the arms. Open the chest. And then turn your face to the other side. Turn the other cheek. And we go the other side. Kick, kick. And then stretch and lengthen and pull. And switch to the other side. And kick, kick, extend, reach, open your heart. And other side. Kick, kick, and pull, lengthen, and change. Feeling the hamstring work here. Kick, kick, thigh stretch, open your heart. And change one more time. Kick, kick, and extend. And relax. Place your hands back on the floor. Lift your chest. Come up to hands and knees once again. And we'll do our little cat and cow. So finding your nice and square position here. Hollow and lift. Dome the spine. Feel the belly lift up to the ceiling. Let your head hang. Relax. Let your hair stretch. Good. Come back to all fours, long spine. Slide the shoulders back, peekaboo, curious baby, opening your chest, looking forward. And then back to center. Try that again. Hollow and dome, deep stretch, wide across the shoulder blade. Lift up out of the floor. And then coming back to the long spine. Slide the shoulders back, open your heart, arching the spine if possible. Good. And coming back to center. Excellent. Taking one arm, spiraling, lifting up, reaching up to the ceiling. Thread the needle, diving on that diagonal, allowing yourself to lower down toward the floor, if possible, letting your head rest, your shoulder rest. Again, a nice twist of the torso, of the rib cage. Breathe there. Good. Press into your standing hand. Bring yourself back up to all fours. We'll do the other side. Spiral, lift, lengthen, and reach. Feel that open quality through the chest. And then thread the needle. Spiral through, peekaboo underneath that arm. Excellent. And again, spend some time in deep breathing. Good. And again, bring yourself back home again, back to your center. So we've been working on some of this alternating oppositional work, opposite arm and leg. So back to your all fours position. Make sure you're not sinking in the middle. Really lift through that low belly. Feel the chest lifting up away from the floor. We're going to take opposite fingers and toes. Slide along the mat without changing anything on your back. So you are a coffee table of strength, balancing something fragile on your back. Float the fingers and toes, even if it's just an inch, that's okay. Try not to release an arch to the low back, so it's not about lifting as high as you can. Bring the fingers and toes back to center and underneath yourself. And we're going to do this on the other side, see if we can do this without much shift. Slide and glide, opposite fingers and toes, keeping that lift through your waistband. Glide and lengthen, lift. See if you can keep that energy out through the head and out through the tail. Bring the fingers and toes back and return to all square. Try this again each side. Fingers and toes glide. Long through your axis. Float without any change. Keep the ribs lifted and supported. Return back to the floor. And home again, home again. Other side. Abs strong. Glide and slide. Just looking down between the hands. Lift a bit. Try to keep the waistlines even and long. Return fingers and toes. And back to all fours. Take your Halloween cat mat back round that spine and then slowly hinge back into whatever child's pose feels good to you. Arms can be long out in front of you or down by your sides. Take a few deep breaths here. Good. And then drop your tail, round up through your spine. We're going to go into our side lying positions next. So go ahead and find your banana position, lying on the mat, legs angled toward the front. And again, you can always do these with your arm long, your head lying on your arm this way, or you can prop yourself up. This hand is your kickstand of support, but I encourage you to wean yourself off of it from time to time. See if you can work on your balance as we go through these exercises today, okay? So hips and shoulders stacked, brick wall behind your sacrum. Try to keep your pelvis from wanting to rock and roll either way. We're gonna take our top leg parallel, float it up so your foot, knee, and hip are on that parallel plane. We're gonna fold at the front of the hip and flex our foot. So we're feeling that crease in the front of the hip as we swing the leg forward. And then you're gonna reach it back through center, and without spilling forward with your torso, press it to the back. So we're using those muscles underneath your smile in the back, there you go. And then bring it back to center. Slow motion pendulum, forward fold, and then bringing it to center, and then reach it back. And I keep my foot flexed here, so I'm feeling that energy reaching through the heel. And then again, nice and slow. You can bend your bottom leg if that's more comfortable for you, if that helps you with your balance. And back to center. And then opening, stretching the front of the hip. Keep your abdominals nice and strong, so we're not letting it all hang out. And forward one more time like this. Nice and smooth and slow. Forward. Keep breathing. And center. Keep this top shoulder soft. Reach it to the back. Good. And then coming back into a bit of bicycle. So we do that same pendulum forward, then bend the knee. Now press that thigh to the back and extend it. And again, sweeping forward and bend to the back. Reach, push it, straighten it out. And again, big fold forward, big hip movement and press. Keep that waistline long and secure as you're moving through. It's difficult this slow. Forward and bend and press that thigh back, opening the hip, push through the heel. Reverse it now. Bend the knee, fold at the hip crease, extend the knee, stretch the leg straight, press through the water, swim it back. And again, bend, hinge it forward, extend, long, exhale, press to the back. 2 more times, bend the knee, fold the hip, organizing those joints, extend the leg, straightening, swinging, opening the hip. 1 more time, and bend, and fold, extend, and reach back. Good. Go ahead and bring that leg back across your body. We'll do our favorite stretch here. Let the head rest on the floor. Let this hip release. And then take the top arm, glide and slide. Opening up through the shoulder girdle. Open the book. Roll. And again, find yourself in that nice rotation of the spine. Breathing deeply, opening the chest. Relax the neck, relax the head. Great. And again, reach and gather to close. Very good. Let's transition to the other side. Swing yourself around. And again, whatever's comfortable for you. If you need to boost up the padding underneath that hip as well, that's always welcome. You can either lie long on your arm or prop yourself up. Check your alignment. Make sure you're not collapsing this top hip. Feel that length. That's it. So again, you can keep the bottom leg long or bend it, whatever works for you. Take that top leg so the foot, knee, and hip are on the same plane. Flex and energy through the heel. Slow motion pendulum leg. Folding forward and then back to center. Abs secure as you press back. Again, try not to spiral the shoulders forward. And center, try that again. Folding forward. And it might be a smaller movement, that's okay. Work with what your body can do. And then encourage it to go a little further each time. Forward fold, long waistline. And center. And press it back. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. And again, forward. And center. And press it back. It's a challenge. Now let's go into the bicycle. Folding forward. Bend the knee now. Press that thigh back. Push through your heel. Send it away. And again, 4 sets. Forward and bend. Good work. Check in with this top shoulder. Keep it relaxed. And again, forward. Put all that effort into your core and into those hamstrings as you push. And again, forward and bend. Send that thigh back and push. Reverse it. Kick yourself in the tush. Bend your knee. Fold the knee forward. This is good for our brains as well. Reach. Sweep it to the back. Keep connections. And again, bend and fold the thigh forward. Reach and exhale, sweep. Good work. 2 more. Bend the knee. Fold it in. Abs are strong. Press it back. Last one, we can do it. Bend and fold. And reach and sweep that leg back. Good. Fold the knee across your body. Just let it rest on the floor. Let your head come down nice and easy. Hands stacked. Slide the top arm, rolling over those shoulders. And then open the book. Let your head roll on the floor. Surrender. Breathe here. Well done. Gather and return back to where you were. Good. Let's roll onto your back now. All right. Oh, and just again, finding our easy resting position. Feet are parallel. Pelvis is in that resting position here. We're going to take another series of our bridges here and then a stretch. So see if you can do this with your hands surrendered again. We'll take our bridge again. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abdominals, standing strong into those feet, parallel thighs, reaching up. Maybe feeling like you have a little bit more length in the front of the hips after all of that work. Maybe really being aware of those hamstrings again. Inhale and exhale, roll it right back down. Good. Now walk your feet a little farther away from your pelvis. So we're now in a more open position, knees still bent. Still try to keep the feet on the floor. Rather than bridging, we're going to take that roll up. So you're going to reach through the fingertips, notch into chest, press down into those feet, folding at the waistline. See if you can, if you need to, use your hands, but roll yourself up to sitting tall, and then roll yourself back down again. So basically our roll-up exercise, but we're going to add on to this and make it more exciting. Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Inhale again. Do that same roll-up, pressing through the feet. As your head comes up, see if you can extend your right leg. Still roll up and arrive at a single leg teaser. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, placing the foot back down on the floor, still working on that contraction through your middle as you roll back down. Let's try the other side. Inhale and exhale, reach through the fingertips, nod, left foot scoops, reaches up and arrive. Inhale, exhale, scoop out the low belly, bend the knee, return, rolling through that sacrum all the way down. We can do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, rolling up. Feel the left foot into the floor. Right leg extends, folding up. Be triumphant here. Inhale. Exhale, scoop and hollow. Low belly, retreating. Roll it back down to the floor. Quiver, quiver. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Reach through the fingertips. Nod. Find that chest fold. Left leg extends. Reach and roll up. Inhale. And exhale, roll yourselves back down. Excellent work, everybody. Woo! And release. Fold those knees into your chest. Give yourself that little stretch. As you're pulling your knees in, reach your tailbone down to the floor. Feel that length there. Let's do our pretzel stretch today. So extend the legs. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So it's like an upside down number 4. Take your right hand between the two legs, left hand on the outside. Bend your left knee, either clasping your hands underneath that left thigh or over the left shin. Bring that pretzel shape into your torso as you reach your tailbone down, deepening into the hip stretches there. Breathe deeply. And again, perhaps taking a little shift side to side, feeling other areas of stretch there. Try to relax your head on the floor and just focus your deep breaths into those tight spots in the hips. Good. And then let's exchange other side. So reaching both legs up again. Left ankle crosses over the right thigh. Left hand goes between. And then again, linking either behind the right thigh or on top of the right shin. Settling into your pretzel stretch, folding thighs in as the tailbone reaches down, head on the mat, long spine. Folding the thighs inward. Send your deep breaths where they're needed. And again, perhaps a little micro shifting side to side, finding other tight places through the hips. Breathe into them. Good. And then again, unwind and rest, relax. Bring yourself rolling up. And we're going to transition onto hands and knees once again and go into a bit of a hip flexor stretch. So if you can, bring yourself all the way up to a kneeling position and help one foot out in front of yourself. Okay, so I like to wiggle my foot out a little bit. And again, if you need a pad underneath your knee, you can. Let's bring the pelvis hinging forward. You can rest your fingertips on the floor. Try to make sure that this is a square right angle, knee right over your heel. Feeling lots of stretch through the front of that back leg. Lengthen long through your spine and breathe here. Abs still lift to support you. Work on your balance. If you'd like to go a little deeper into this stretch, again, abdominal secure. Bring your hands to your front thigh and support yourself there. And then whichever leg is back, take that same arm and reach it up. Slight arc side bend away from that leg. So over toward the bent leg side, feeling a deeper psoas and hip flexor stretch there. Good. Bring yourself back up to center and let's carefully change to the other side. Bring the other leg up. And And make sure you have good alignment here. Wiggle that foot out a little bit and then pressing the pelvis forward. Encourage that length. Breathing deeply. Sending those thigh bones away from each other, lowering the pelvis. Again, you're welcome to stay here in the stretch or zip up those abdominals. Bring your hands to your thigh, keeping the shoulders soft and easy. Reaching, same arm as leg, reaching that long arm up. And then side bending away from that hip, side bending toward the bent leg side. Feel that stretch. Good, and carefully bring yourself out of this. We'll just go ahead and have a seat here. Find whatever comfortable sitting position works for you. Feel those sit bones even on the floor, shoulders over ribs, over hips. Release those arms, and let's take 2 deep breaths together. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale. And one more time. Inhale, lengthening up. And exhale. Have a wonderful week. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Thank you.